Joining me now is Avi Meir, editor-in-chief of the Jerusalem Post. Avi, thank you for being with us. You've called this war a massacre without parallel. Tell us what is the latest from your reporters. And I know a lot of your reporters have been called up. They're in the reserves, as are all Israelis under a certain age, other than the Orthodox. So you're operating under war conditions. But I know you've got a lot of reporting to share.
Andrea, I mean, I remember the September the 11th attack. I was a high school senior at the time in the D.C. area. I remember the confusion, the fog, not knowing whether people were alive or dead. That is very much what we're feeling in Israel today, but orders of magnitude worse. If you could take Israel's population into consideration, 900 people murdered would be the equivalent of 9 September 11th attacks. So there's not a single home in Israel that hasn't been affected in some way. No one who doesn't know at least someone who has lost someone in this attack. I can tell you I have several friends who've lost loved ones, including siblings and nephews and children. Or who have gone missing. And that, of course, includes our staff. We have, as you said, several members of staff who have either gone out on reserve duty or whose children have done so. There's not a single family in Israel that hasn't been affected in some way. And this feeling here is extremely, extremely difficult at this time. This is definitely the most traumatic event in Israel's history, and it's very much felt on the street.
And by the way, the Israeli embassy here is saying that the death toll of Israelis is now more than 1,000. We have a photo of you editing today's paper from inside a bomb shelter. So you're dealing with air raid sirens, with sustained cyber attacks, taking the Post offline. Talk about what it's like to be a journalist in the middle of this war.
Well, as you said, there's a concerted effort to prevent Israeli journalists from getting the reality on the ground out to the world. We have been under a sustained cyber attack since the early hours of Saturday morning as the Hamas invasion took place. It has at times knocked us offline, including just today. We were offline for just a few hours. We won't let that deter us. We continue to be active on all social media channels. We consider it our duty to tell the story of this part of the world and of the people who live here to others across the globe. And we will continue to do so across social media, and certainly once we're able to get our newspaper back up and running.
Quick question about something Mark Regev told me earlier about an hour and a half ago, because he said that the priority has to be decapitating, dealing with Hamas once and for all. When I asked him about waiting until the attempt to pinpoint the location and rescue the hostages, is that the feeling of Israelis? Because some of the parents and siblings we've talked to, relatives, they say deal with the hostages first, the rest can wait.
Look, this is obviously a very complex and fluid situation, but I think it's important to realize that the Hamas that we saw on display on Saturday is not the Hamas that we knew in the past. This is an ISIS-like organization engaged in ISIS-like tactics, as you said, decapitating babies, murdering elderly men and women, executing them in the streets, taking whole families hostage. This is a horrific situation. And so, yes, obviously the family members of those who've gone missing and who were held captive in the Gaza Strip want nothing more than to have their loved ones come back alive. And certainly all Israelis share that sentiment. At the same time, we have to understand that this is a murderous, genocidal organization that will stop at nothing in its quest to murder Jews and draw Israel off the map. And so Israel will do whatever it must. Its leadership will do whatever it must to target Hamas's leadership, to target its infrastructure, to prevent it from ever doing anything like this ever again, while at the same time taking care to do whatever it can to bring those hostages back home safely.